Fuck. And Sage always has an excuse for being late. Today, he would like to blame his fucking headset. So, we're just going to wait just a little bit. You need at least one wrench, at your disposal per stream, because you never know when there's going to be a cockfight. Oh, yeah, that's... Oh, you meant stream. Okay, Sage. I see what you're doing there. We got a little bit of football news, and we got a little bit of baseball news. Which would you prefer to start with? Steelers news or Blue Jays news? We are awaiting his reply. He's a little slow when there's a keyboard in front of him. We are still waiting for a reply. We've got a reply. I believe that means Sage would like it if we kick things off by talking a little football. He says Adam Thielen can go to heck. Adam Thielen must have just got cut by the Minnesota Vikings recently. He's now been claimed by the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are in dire need of some receivers. Makes you wonder why they didn't just keep George Pickens and pair him with DK Metcalf. But hey, who am I? Who am I to say? Who am I to say that was a stupid fucking move? Who am I to say that? It was a pretty fucking stupid move. You could have just let him walk, George Pickens in the offseason, got your third, fourth round fucking compensatory pick, whatever. But no, you needed to get a second rounder. I get second round's good value, but I don't know. I kind of liked how it would have worked with Pickens and DK on the outside, and then you got your tight ends in the middle. But that wasn't meant to be. It might help the Steelers. I don't know. Thielen's a bit old. I mean, he's a little long in the tooth, a little gray in the beard, sort of thing. But I don't. He's not going to be a fantasy football contributor, but it's another option for Aaron Rodgers. Desperately need to win this week as well. They also got rid of Darius Slay, so a move that they thought was going to be pretty smart was, bringing in old man Darius Slay to the roster, and he hasn't been very good this year. He's 34 years old. They're going to, from the practice squad, they've got Asante Samuel Jr., so they're going to elevate him. So I do like that move. I don't really like what Pittsburgh did in the offseason with some of their moves, like with Jonnu Smith and Jalen Ramsey. I don't think it necessarily made them that much better, if at all. In fact, I think Minka Fitzpatrick would have been a better one to keep because They've been moving Jalen Ramsey to free safety anyway. So I don't know. Hopefully the moves pan out. I'd like to see Aaron Rodgers have one more, playoff run in them, that sort of thing. But their defense ain't playing. Their offense ain't playing. 6-6. 6-6. Worst division in football. There's no team in the NFC North that's above 6-6. And that tells you all you need to know. That is the definition of sub-mediocrity, in my fucking opinion. That's not even mediocre. Mediocre, you're going to have a team that's going to be like fucking 2 games over 500. Like, fuck. Houston Texans would be leading that division if they were in there, although they got a great D. Now, baseball news. We did have some really interesting news today. I'm not going to claim like I'm an expert on this Cody Ponce guy that the Blue Jays signed to a 3-year, $30 million contract. Formerly, it looks like he was a Pittsburgh Pirates bust. Then he went over to Korea to pitch for 3 years. While he was over there, I know he developed at least a splitter, maybe a slider. And this year as well, you saw a bit of an uptick in his velocity. So he was averaging 93.8. I do know that. And then for his fastball. And then later in the year, apparently he was right around 95 and was hitting 98. Blue Jays love guys with splitters. This guy here, they were literally reporting that, he was expected to get more than $40 million total, and that there was guys in on him, obviously other teams. I can only tell you what the stats were that he did last year over in Korea. He was the only pitcher with a sub-2 ERA that had logged over 100 innings pitched. So he had a 1.89 ERA. That's good. Looks good to me. His strikeout to walk ratio was insane. 252 strikeouts to 41 walks in 181 innings. That looks pretty damn good to me. He definitely looks like a guy that could fill in on the back end of the starting rotation there. That's probably where he is slotted. Makes me wonder the Jays' next move. There's got to be another move coming. Because right now, let's just assume this. And again, I don't know what to say about this Ponce guy. I think that there's something there. There's other teams that were interested, other teams willing to pay him. So there is some upside there. We haven't really seen him do this at the major league level. It's worth noting that one of those stream sites that project what their ERA is going to be have been projected for like a 4.08 ERA, which is better than what they've got Carlos Rodon projected for. So it's interesting. Good back end option by the looks of things. But like I was saying, let's say he's your 5 starter. Okay, you're not going to keep Jose Berrios as your 6 starter. I would assume Jose Berrios would be the odd man out. You clear a bit of cap. You'd have $67 million over 3 years that you could clear out there. Now you might have to put a little bit of finances into it to get rid of him. So you're probably not going to clear the entire amount. Eric Lauer, I think he's going to get a bump in pay to that 3.5 to 4.4 range. I think that's what his arbitration calls for. Eric Lauer was good, gives us a lefty, a 6 starter or 7 starter, I guess right now. Jay's rotation's in really good spot for depth. Maybe you just keep them all and then figure out who's going where. Maybe you fucking are like, all right, Cody Ponce, you go to the fucking pen. Or Berrios, you didn't win the competition, so you're going to the fucking pen. Maybe you just let him battle it out. But I feel like you're going to kind of use Berrios to save some money. Not that you need it, but I think you can save a little bit of money here. And then maybe trade for a bullpen arm. Maybe it's a trade just to get a little bit of bullpen flexibility. I'm trying to think of some other moves that the Jays could do. Joey Loperfido's a guy, but I don't think he'd be paired with, like... I don't think he'd be used in a trade with Berrios, because somebody that's buying Berrios is kind of a buyer. maybe a team would be buying in on La Profito as well, because he is MLB ready. He had great OPS last year. But I really feel like there is a trade coming. I have no idea who it could be, though. Because, like, usually it's like, okay, let's look at, like, Cleveland, for example. Okay, does Cleveland, are they going to take him? No, they're not willing to absorb salary, generally speaking. So, I don't know. We'll see how it all shakes out. I do expect, within the next week, we'll have maybe a bit more clarity on what's going on with our pitching situation. But you can never have too many pitchers, so just keep adding them. Then find a spot for them if you can't trade them, that sort of thing. Some kind of former Blue Jays news. The LA Angels signed Alek Manoah to a 1-year, $1.95 million contract. They're just hoping he can regain some of his form from, probably 3 years ago when he was up for Cy Young. It's not likely to happen, but it does not hurt to buy low on guys, and then, maybe if he becomes half the pitcher he was, then maybe you make, it's only $2 million. It's only $2 million. We do have to take a look finally at the juicer here. So give me 1 second. So we already went over the scores, but we need to go over the standings. So give me 1 sec here. Let's start with the standings. That's a very important part for us to start with. All right, you still got number 1 Patchwork Pigskins at 10-3. Tommy Callahan's Auto Parts going up against Deflate These Balls, both 8-5. TD's In Your Face 7-6. So those are the teams that have clinched a playoff berth. So I'd like to say, go fuck yourselves and congratulations as well on clinching a playoff berth there. I see a lot of shitty fucking teams in there, but don't matter. Doesn't matter at all, because I'm going to end up in there too. So that's all that really matters. Now in 5th place, you got Hard Count and Net, and you've got Butt Fumble Safety, both 6 and 7. In 7th place, the Gunner, 4th Quarter Steven, 5 and 8, looking pretty. He's going to run a little bit of a tightrope. This really does prove that David Montgomery fucked me. David Montgomery did fuck me, but that's okay, because I'd currently be the number 6 seed. I'd be the number 6 seed and down 2 points of the fucking 5 seed if David Montgomery did not do what he did to me in week 2 or 3 of this season. Anyways, last place, you got 2-11, Tim Tebow Bible Club. I'm not going to stop talking about it, Sage. They shouldn't have been fucking running it there. He should have took a knee, like a gentleman. That's what people do. Oh, take the knee, bloom. Game's over, let's take a knee. Let's go to fucking, New York fries or Boston pizza and just let's get the fuck out of here. Anyways. Before I was rudely, and I do mean rudely, interrupted. This is interesting. Based on my brain, it's win and you're in. You know what, Sage? My team has scored 3,745.54 points, and yours has scored 3,800. You're not that much better than me. Doesn't help that I've got 38 fucking 100 points against, and you got 36. Easier strength of schedule, So fuck you. Fucking asshole. Anyways, if I can beat TD's In Your Face, it seems extremely probable that I am going to move into 6th place. Because Butt Fumble Safety and Hard Count and Net are going against each other. One of them theoretically should eliminate if I can win. Now, who I go for, I probably got to go for Hard Count and Net, because I currently have the points over Butt Fumble Safety. So, but I'm only 2 down from her, so, just going to score more than these fucking idiots, and I'll be alright. The matchups that don't matter. Tommy Callahan's auto parts against Deflate These Balls. It's the 2 versus the 3 seed. I guess the winner potentially gets a bye. Is that why it's important? And it already looks like they gave Katrina, Patchwork Pigskins, a bye in the last week of the season. Projected to win 298 to 249 over Tim Tebow Bible Club. All right, so there's a lot of stake between you and Deflate These Balls. You guys have always been big rivals. So we'll see what happens. That's not the interesting point, though. The interesting point is for me, win and I'm in, and I might run the table. I think you know what I'm capable of, Sage. Why is there fucking buys this week? Oh my fucking god. Why is there fucking... Sage, I've got a lot of buys this week. Why do I have... No. No. Oh my god, man. This is horrendous. This is actually preposterous right now. We're talking, I need to win to get in. And we're talking about fucking buys right now. Okay. I've actually got to figure out some stuff. I was going to lay down after the stream. I was going to lay down. I was going to just stare at the wall for a couple hours. Now I got to fucking do research and shit? No. Yahoo really fucked us. This is another Yahoo fuck up in my opinion. You can't tell me it's not. This is not good, Sage. Sage says, I hate defending Yahoo. Sage says it would have been the same. Sage is just saying that to make me feel better. He's just saying that to make me feel a little better. Oh, man. Alright, sorry, I got Jordan Joe Burrow, so I'll figure it out. We'll take care of this. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. Your hero is still here, still in your corner, and he ain't going nowhere, okay? I'm still here. Yeah, if the playoffs started this week, do you know how mad I'd be if I made the playoffs and lost because of a fucking bye? Yeah, I'd be pretty pissed. Alright, well, I got work to do, Sage. We'll be back at it tomorrow, unless there's nothing to go over. But tomorrow we do have a football game, actually. I forgot to plug that in. Let's see what game we got on tomorrow for... Tomorrow's not Thursday. Never mind, we'll preview whatever game's on. We're not doing it tonight. No wonder you squirmed and changed it, Sage, without my permission. I can't blame you, though. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Let's get the hell out of here. I know, Sage. It's because it's past midnight, right? Alright, have a good night, guys. Let's see what the Jays have in store next. And hopefully it's just Kyle Tucker and Bo Bichette. No big deal. Alright, see you tomorrow.